interest rates at levels we haven't seen since 2001, many people are struggling financially. Here with some information that will help you navigate these tough times is Peter Sashecki with Everything Financial. Good morning, Peter. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Okay, a lot of people don't think that they can do this, but when it comes to account fees, should you try to negotiate those fees with your bank?
Absolutely. You hold the power because there's so many companies out there now online. You really don't need a bank, a traditional big bank, for your day-to-day banking.
But I always thought that those fees were sort of set in stone, that they're in charge of that and that's just what you have to pay.
Well, question them on it and see how quickly they'll turn and start to negotiate. Because right now, there's multiple companies where you can put $1,000 in an online bank, and they're major companies still. And with the $1,000 deposit, you're getting a high rate of interest. You're not paying ATM fees. You're not paying bill payment fees. You're not paying transfer fees or e-transfer fees, like all that stuff that we get stuck paying at the banks that add up quickly, and it's your money. All of a sudden, you could go, I have an alternative, and I can get rid of the fees. Watch the bank start to negotiate with you because they have alternatives. They just don't let you know about them.
Right. So you basically have to threaten to leave. That's how it works.
You hold the power. It's your money.
All right. Let's talk about mortgages. So when people are looking to buy, or if they already have a mortgage, is there any flexibility there? Is that something you can negotiate?
Absolutely. The mortgage is one of the biggest negotiations you can do because there's higher levels of commission involved the longer you lock in, like the commission on a variable or a 1 year versus a 5 year is quite different. So you've got some negotiation there in the commission. There's so many companies doing mortgages, and when you look online, the rates are so different. You definitely should negotiate, and we try and coach people now. No one should take the offer they're given at face value. Negotiate because they don't own you. They don't own your mortgage. If you don't like it, it's not that difficult to go somewhere else, but they prey on the fact that they're going to tell you it is that difficult, and so you don't want to make a change.
Isn't there normally a fee or an amount you have, like a breakaway fee if you try to get out of a mortgage?
Not upon maturity, though.
Okay.
Not once you get to that level of maturity. And also, a lot of times, the fee to move, when you get near the end, like if you can get into a mortgage, and this is one thing you should always look at, make sure your penalty is only a 3-month interest penalty. If you have a 3-month interest penalty for a much better rate, then sometimes it's worth it. But that's something you have to talk to your financial advisor about and get them to crunch the numbers to make sure it's worth it. Because you don't want to give away money either.
Yeah, do the math. Okay, is there other investments that people should be looking into right now?
Yeah, I mean, with your regular investments, the one thing you should always ask, because you want to negotiate with fees, investments, mortgage, banking, is always ask what the commissions and what the fees are. Because the unfortunate thing in Canada is, like with investments with the big banks and mutual funds, they don't have to disclose all the fees. So you want to basically be asking them what those fees are before you commit and put pen to paper.
Okay, so why would you need to do something like this?
Because it's your money, and there's so much competition out there right now. All you have to do is spend a little time to save yourself what, in the end, will be thousands of dollars, whether it's the mortgage or your mutual funds or any other type of investments. I said, spend a little bit of time. Don't sit there and complain about the banks and complain about the fees if you haven't stepped up to the plate to call them out on it.
I think a lot of people think that when it comes to financial institutions that they're just kind of stuck and locked in, but people do have some power. That's good to know. You
have all the power. You're never locked in, and that's what you and I are trying to do, is educate people and get them to ask the questions that they didn't even know they're supposed to ask.
Well, you're the one doing the educating. I'm just taking it all in here, Peter, taking it all in. Thank you for joining us this morning. Good advice as always.
Thanks, Gary.